Hello everyone and welcome to the Game 6 highlights for the Humongous Wombats rematch against the Blue Rockets. Let's get right into the action because there was plenty. It was the perfect start for us with Pablo Sanchez up in the top of the first, launching it just to the right of the center field scoreboard for a massive first inning home run. And when you're playing a team that has beaten you previously, this is the perfect start, and it takes a superstar player to make it happen. So huge kudos to Pablo Sanchez for getting us on the board, but it would not stop there because next batter is Keisha Phillips, and she is going to put a charge into this one, hitting it off the screen way up in the air, and it's got just enough to get over the fence for her first home run of the season, and it could not have come at a better time for the Wombats. Massive back-to-back home runs in the first inning to get us off to the perfect start. Great to see our star players setting the tone, and Kenny Kawaguchi tried to set the tone on the mound, but Horace Young puts a charge into one in the bottom of the second. Vicky Kawaguchi almost making an amazing play, falling down, and then she guns it to second to try and get Horace, but he gets a perfect slide, and it's a double for the Rockets. So Eric LeBeau, the one who torched us in the last game, is coming up, and Ernie Steele tries to make the play and gets a beautiful one-hop throw to get Eric LeBeau out. So we go to the top of the third. Ahmed Khan launching it to center right off the middle of the scoreboard. He's going to go for two, but they've got too much strength in the outfield, and he is thrown out by a good distance. So it's up to Pablo Sanchez to get the inning started, and he is going to go opposite field again. Beautiful line drive right over the second baseman's head. He is also going to try and leg it out for a double, and once again, it's an amazing throw, but Pablo just sneaks in. Keisha Phillips is up next, and she hits a little bit of a dribbler. Pablo running for third, and they are going to just get him out. Very bang-bang play there, but can't complain too much about that one. Annie Frazier comes up next, and she grounds it to first just past the first baseman, who's going to try and throw Annie out, but it's an airmailed throw that goes out of play, and we are able to steal a run. So 3-0 in the bottom of the third, and Kenny Kawaguchi has actually used all of his energy, walks Omar Stefano, and had to come out of the game. So we put in Ernie Steele, who gets a couple outs, but Veronica Lee comes up and takes advantage of a hook to double to center, almost taken out at second base. A lot of amazing throws from the outfield, but it's second and third with 2 outs, and it's Jane Davis coming up. Right hook from Ernie Steele, and it is sent to the gulag out in right field. A 3-run game-tying home run, which is to be expected when you're playing a team that has beaten you before. Top of the fourth, trying to get the runs right back, and Pete Wheeler is going to launch a beautiful hit to center field. But Kenny Kawaguchi has no energy. Eric LeBeau spikes the throw. Kenny doing everything he can, but they are still going to get him out, and I really felt for him. He was playing his absolute heart out for the whole game. Eric LeBeau comes up again, massive threat, but Ernie Steele throws the spitball to get him to ground out. Veronica Lee comes up in the bottom of the fifth. Kenny Kawaguchi able to come back on the mound because we got more juice, and he strikes her out looking, and it was nice for Kenny to get a little redemption there. Ahmed Khan is up in the next inning, and Pete Wheeler is going to try and steal, and he is gunned down by Horace Young. But Ahmed Khan is able to get on first for Keisha Phillips, who launches this one to left center and out. Second home run of the game for Keisha Phillips to put us up 5-3. All the Rockets staring in disbelief at this person who had 4 errors in the previous game between the two teams. She came for redemption in this one, and she came to hit. But it would not be over just yet. Pete Wheeler, though, is able to come on for his first pitching appearance of the season, and he starts off strong, but Veronica Lee drops down a bunt in the bottom of the 8th, and she is able to leg it out for a single. And this led to trouble because up next comes Jane Davis, already has the 3-earned home run, and she drops down a crazy bunt. We've seen one of these before, but this one was absolutely devastating. With the speed of Veronica Lee, no one can get the ball. You see everyone in the middle of the field. The ball goes all the way to left. Veronica Lee is able to score. Jane Davis gets to second. It was a mad scramble and devastating crazy bunt, but it's still 5-4. So Nikki Winston comes up and he is gonna tag the crazy ball. Vicky Kawaguchi desperate to make the play, and it drops right in front of her, gets past her. Jane Davis is able to score. We get it back in, prevent Nikki Winston from getting to second, and tag him out, but the damage is done. It's 5-5. Bottom of the 9th, Pablo Sanchez trying to keep the game tied so we can get to extra innings, but they are going to get a single up the middle. So the threat is real because it's Eric LeBeau once again, but he just did not have it in this game. Grounds to Pablo, throws to second, back to first, double play. We go to extras. Top of the 10th, 1 out. Keisha Phillips is gonna put a charge into one again. 3rd home run for Keisha Phillips. Go ahead blast. 6-5 for the Wombats, and you just have to give all the props in the world to Keisha Phillips for this game. She really took it hard with the 4 errors in the game against the Rockets where they beat us, but in this game she put a charge into almost every ball she hit. So we're looking good, but Frankie Holly counters in the bottom of the 10th. Pablo Sanchez trying to close the door, but the first batter on an 0-2 count crushes it to left. So the game is tied when Veronica Lee comes up. Vicky Kawaguchi now on the mound. And Veronica Lee, full of confidence after legging out a bunt, decides she can get 2 bases and slides and almost looks like she's safe, but Ahmed Khan puts on the tag. So we go to the top of the 11th. Vicky Kawaguchi, now the pitcher, going to try and get things started with the bat. Little Looper and the 2 Blue Rockets players collide, so we've got a runner on first for Kenny Kawaguchi. And he is going to fly out to the second baseman, and Vicky is got no hope. So we have to go to the top of the 13th. Good pitching now in extra innings. Keisha Phillips once again getting us started. It deflects off the head of the second baseman. We've got a runner on first now. Annie Frazier comes up, and she's going to hit a line drive. The shift was on, and she beats it, sends it into center field. Keisha looking to get another base, and might have been a step too aggressive here as she gets tagged out at second, but there's still a chance. Runner on first, Ernie Steele, who's 0 for 5 with a strikeout, hits a beautiful line drive into the right center field gap. Amir Khan stumbles on his way to third, so the throw looks like it's going to beat him, but it is not fielded, and it goes out of play, putting the Wombats up by 1 once again. Could they hold the lead? We've got Vicky Kawaguchi trying to finish the game off. She pitched amazing in extra innings, and it's Pablo Sanchez with a beautiful one-hop throw to get the first out. So it's Omar Stefano up next, and Vicky Kawaguchi gets him to strike out looking on a spitball. Bottom of the 13th, trying to finally finish off the Rockets. Veronica Lee grounds out to Ahmed Khan, but she's too fast. But she's too fast for her own good as she tries to go to second once again and is thrown out. So the Wombats survive in 13 innings with a 7-6 victory. What a game. What a bounce back against the Blue Rockets. Just amazing.